evening, Chicago. This is an opportunity for you, and especially you, who's tuning in, and we are in it to win for Plump Foundation. Yes, we are plumping up Chicago, plumping up America, and plumping up the world. We are promoting peace, love, unity, marketing people. And that's who we are marketing. We are marketing you. And welcome to CAN TV again, Chicago, Plump Foundation. And most of all, you are welcome to call in today. We are in it to win at 312-738-1060. And I have a beautiful, beautiful lady here in Chicago, and she is my guest today, and I respect the fact that she is here with us to let you know, to uncover the missing piece, which is one of the reflections of a book that you know, we had a situation in our building, and I asked her to be my guest in my building because it was some old people. They got in a fight. You know, I know that, you know, that's not uncommon for Chicago. But, you know, what is necessary in Chicago is to promote peace, to promote love, to promote unity and marketing people. So my guest is Mrs. Betty Muhammad. So we always like to greet the community, and we love the name Muhammad, just like we love the name Yahshua, who most know as Jesus Christ, the Black Mahdi, and God in person. So we just want to make Mrs. Betty Muhammad welcome to CAN TV here, and we are going to let her have a few words to start off the program and what she's promoting in the community concerning the uncover missing piece and to dissolve the resentment, avoid anger, and that's a book that's been published by Dr. Louis C. Basket. So let's give Betty Muhammad a hand and make her welcome. As you can see, I got my press button on too, which is also a reflection of the community. We do the news. We do the news that Channel 7 and Channel 9 and Channel 5, you know, and Channel 2, they don't do this kind of news. We do the grassroots news. So therefore, we are telling our story. We are going to allow our sister Betty Muhammad to tell her story and her relationship and the good things that she does in the community. So at this time, we're going to bring forth to you and present to you some of you that may know her, Betty Muhammad. Let's give her another round of applause.
Good evening.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, Minister Plump mentioned peace. That's the first thing that everybody's looking for. They look at all the chaos and confusion in the world today, and everyone is looking for peace, but they're looking for it in all the wrong places. First place, in order to have peace, we have to have self-discovery. In other words, you have to know who you are and be who you are. And when you know your true identity, when I say you, I'm not talking about the labels that you wear or the color of your skin or your race or your ethnicity or anything like that. I'm talking about the real you. The real you, which some call life, some call God, some call spirit, some call oneness, but it's all one. And that oneness, once we get in touch with that oneness, it matters not what the world is doing or what the world is saying. That oneness, that's your very own soul self, and this pure self will translate to you out of whatever is being done or said, what is best for you. So that's getting in touch with your true self. It says you have to know thyself. And the only way you're going to know the self is to know the peace and quietness within you and that consciousness within you that will express outwardly and interpret everything that you see, hear, taste, touch, or smell it would be your interpretation, your individual interpretation as to how you would respond to it. Now, I didn't say react to it because many times people react to every little situation that comes up. There are going to always be different ideas coming through different people, different ways, a different belief system. They call them the BS system or your belief system. But then that's okay. We're not out here to change the world. And people say, well, there's so much darkness in the world. Well, if there's so much darkness, why go out and argue with darkness? Why not just simply be the light?
Hallelujah.
And when you're the light yourself in the darkness, then the darkness has nothing to stand on, because the darkness simply means an absence of light, a lack of understanding. And what are we trying to understand? We're not trying to understand what he say, she say, or we say. What we want to understand is that peace, our soul self. And once you understand that, then everything else will just open up to you. You know.
Ms. Muhammad, I have a special selection I'm going to play for the community to hear in terms of a reflection of what you just said. By my little baby brother, I'd like to reflect on Stanley Rich Martin, and he did a selection called It's Soul Unity. And I'm going to play that in a reflection of what you just said. And hopefully that it might touch somebody's soul. Hallelujah. Yes. That's my baby brother, Chicago. And that's all a part of Honey Jam Music Incorporation. One world community.
One community.
Hallelujah. Let's give Stanley Rich Martin a hand, the original president of Honey Jam Music. And now I am the legal heir direct and sitting in the president's seat of Honey Jam Music Incorporation.
You know, Minister Plump, that music really reminds me of all the different talents and skills. The young men are so talented, but that's really life being that talent, you see. And that's just to know, even though we're just one life, but it has infinite ways of expression. He expressed it beautifully through that record. We expressed it beautifully through this book. It expressed beautifully through plants, animals, and everything. It's just oneness, but it has infinite possibilities and infinite expressions.
Hallelujah.
And when we can see that, then we can always be at peace, because we're not judging and labeling others and saying you're right and you're wrong and this one's better and this one's worse. No, it's just one being infinite images and forms.
You know, you're very much right and right on point and target as you have made that discovery. See, she have discovered the most important person that is living, and that is herself and you. That's right. Chicago. So this is something we're going to share with you right quick as we do, and we're going to get right back to Ms. Muhammad on this. We're going to share this as a reflection of what she just said, which tomorrow is a special day, which is October the 23rd. And October the 23rd, we'll be at Landmark, as you can see here. We will be at Landmark, and Landmark is a part of you and a part of me, and I'd like for you all to consider to be my special guest. And it's all about you, and success breeds success, and discover the most important person it is living is you. So you can make a difference in peace. You can make a difference in love. You can make a difference in unity and marketing people. You don't have to, as we say, rob, steal, and kill somebody in order to live. We also was this past week, we was with some of the community, and we're going to share this part here, which is another part of Dr. Louis C. Baskin, which anyone that might be interested in receiving the book, you may get in touch with me, yours truly, Minister Robert Floyd Plump, at 312-671-2773. And also, we was with one of the world's greatest economic leaders, which we just want to reflect on, because we seen Sister Muhammad and others with Dr. Webb Evans this past Sunday. And you know, Dr. Webb Evans, I have been promoting, he's 23, buy black man, love black, and give back to our people. So Dr. Webb Evans, we want him to know, and the people of Chicago, America, and the world, that we are continuing his legacy, and he departed on February the 23rd. So, you know, I just wanted to kind of share that with you for as Sister Betty Muhammad. You're different, and everybody's different, but you're like a mother and a sister, like baby Oprah Winfrey, you know. Your destiny is that of Oprah Winfrey in terms of us marketing with you. And we have promoted the world's greatest economic leader, and that's Dr. Webb Evans. So we reflect on him. We also reflect on the world's greatest politician, and that is the Honorable Mayor Hale Washington. You know, the Honorable Mayor Hale Washington said we must plump the whole community. So we are plumping it up in peace, love, and unity. And remember, we got these 45s, as they say, we got the CDs, and this is what we do. I am Minister Robert Floyd Plump. I'm the president and the founder of the People's March Incorporation, and I'm also the president and founder of the People's March Incorporation and the president of Honey Jams Music. And we would like for you to get in touch with us. We're going to be at the Swift Mansion this Sunday, and usually every Sunday except that of special Sundays. We are at the Swift Mansion at 4500 South Michigan every Sunday from 2:30 to 4:30, and be our guest. And we're going to be sharing success breeds success in the community, which is the best. And we are the best of the best now. And I'm going to let Mrs. Muhammad, Betty, tell a little bit more about, you know, some of her activities in the community, so we can continue to spread some good news. As Yahshua, who most know as Jesus Christ, say, you know, you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So we are back to Mrs. Betty Muhammad now, and tell us some more about you and what you do in different organizations and businesses in the community. And we got a job for you, Chicago. It's too big for Sister Betty Muhammad, too big for me and you too. But if we do it together, we're stronger. So we're going to promote, you know, stronger together,
Well,
you know, forever.
some of the things that Dr. Baskin and I really worked together, the author of that book, Uncover the Missing Piece. And some of the things we've done have gone into schools and spoken with young people of all ages, because when we go in to make a presentation, we do it age appropriately. And we've also gone into group homes and spoken with people. And even some ministers have invited us to their church, and we've shared the information with them also. You know, we do not go around saying that we are know-it-all, because we know that life is the only authority, and life is all-knowing and all-wise. And so we never judge a person or a place or thing as being right or wrong, because it's only right or wrong if you think it's so, and it's only black or white if you paint it so. So what we, and those are quotations, not mine.
You see, she got it. She got the knowledge and the wisdom. But
the key is that respect the dignity and uniqueness of every individual, because people are just like a flower garden. They come in all different shapes, colors, sizes, fragrances, textures, and what have you. But it's still that one life, being all of those forms and all of those images. And so let us not just focus in on the shadows of humanhood, which is a level of consciousness where there seems to be so much chaos and confusion. But we should know that beyond the appearances of things, life was never born, and life can never die. And life is really being everything that we see, hear, taste, touch, or smell. And we can see life like you see characters in a play. Just for an example, that the author of the play would be life itself, but the characters may play different roles. So who am I to say that I hate the role that this person plays, or I love the role that that one plays? They're all playing a divine role for a divine purpose. And since I'm not the author and I'm not the authority, only life is the authority. So to respect life is to respect God in all of my ways and acknowledge God in all my ways. I have to respect all of those roles. So I'm not there to change anyone. I'm simply there to share my role. And the only way I'm going to know who I am, I too must listen to the still small voice within. Hallelujah. And we share that with everybody, that there's something within you, that no matter what the world is saying or doing, it is that within you that will interpret it for you. That's why we see people react to the same situation in so many different ways, because we're all unique expressions of that oneness. And when I'm being true to myself, then that is the message that I'm filling in the blanks for the purpose for my being here. And then your other person's filling in the blanks for his purpose for being here. So it's my reaction or my response to what's happening outside of me. But my GPS system is really my soul self, my pure self. And it's that that's giving me the destination and the directions in which I should go. And I'm willing to admit that it's also giving all of these people their directions and the way that they should go.
That sounds fantastic. You know, what she just said, Chicago, America, and the world is profound. That's like a reflection of, you know, 277 plus 23 equals the 23 team, and I like to reflect on that in an acronym way. Welcome to the 23 team, which is together, everyone. Together, everyone. That means you, Chicago, America, and the world. Black people, white, red, brown, and yellow. Together, everyone achieves more. Together, everyone achieves much. Together, everyone achieves money. Together, everyone achieves millions. Yeah, millions. Together, everyone achieves miracles, and all miracles come from the Creator. So we just want to say thank you for Mrs. Betty Muhammad being a part of us, and she also is a part of us in this way too. See, she is a part of us in what we call the yesteryears. The other picture was a picture of me right in the present, but this is another picture of me, yours truly, as Minister Plump, Robert Floyd Plump. I'm in the book, y'all. Yeah, I'm in the book. Y'all see me, positive 23. So, you know, that's the real me. And we just want to also wish you, and especially you, Chicago, America, and the world, happy 24th anniversary of the Million Man March. Y'all see I got my button on there, right? Yeah, I got my button on. I can tell the truth, and the truth shall set you and me and all of us free. That I was there for the Million Man's March, original anniversary, and I attended all of the other Million Family March and the Million More Movement and the events that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan he shared with the community. And for more information concerning, this Holy Day of Atonement, that was presented by the Honorable Minister Farrakhan at Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman's church, which was 11901 South Ashland. So and that was last week on the 13th of October. We shared that with the community, and we still want to wish you and especially you. We got a few minutes left, so we're going to go back to Mrs. Muhammad at this point, Betty Muhammad. Let's give her another round of applause because she's in our midst today and recognized.
Yes, I was also there on the day of that Day of Atonement. It was beautiful. And what I like about Minister Farrakhan is that he's true to his nature. He's true to his soul self. And when you're true to your soul self, you fear no man whose breath is in his nostrils.
Hallelujah.
You just be yourself.
That's
and whenever a person can praise you or whether he degrades you, whatever he's saying, that's up to him. That's his level of consciousness, and no one can express themselves outside of their level of consciousness. But you be true to yourself. Remember, you have a divine purpose for being here. And so like Farrakhan has a purpose, I have a purpose, all of us have a divine purpose. And that purpose is to let life be whatever we are meant to be.
Yes.
And it is life doing the doing. It's not because of me, because I myself can do nothing. But the life within me, it can do all things. And let us acknowledge that in all of our ways. And when we do that, we can respect every man. Because every man, regardless of race, color, or creed, or regardless of education or lack thereof, you still have a divine purpose. You know, you can learn from an ant. You can learn from a bird. You can learn from everything. Everything is life and infinite possibilities, being all things and all things at all times. So let us acknowledge life. We say acknowledge God in all of our ways. But people get in the habit of just saying, and it becomes a cliche. But what is life but your soul self in its purity? And when we acknowledge that and let that interpret everything that's around us, then we are acknowledging life, God, in all of our ways.
Let's give Sister Muhammad another hand, Betty Muhammad. She has been a fantastic guest today. We're getting ready to wrap up, as we say. However, we want everyone to consider, black people, white, red, brown, and yellow, as she said, a race or a creed, or whether you're male or female. There is a way of life that we can share more success, breed success in this life. And we are plumping up Chicago in peace, love, unity, marketing people. And I'm going to come back on with a reflection of my little baby brother doing again. And we
appreciate that diversity in all things. Like we appreciate the diversity in the flower garden, in the zoo, in the soil, and everything. We appreciate that.
Hallelujah. Yes, it's soul unity.
It's all one.
So
all
it's
one.
all
Infinitely
one.
Expressed.
Now look at that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So, Oprah Winfrey equals to 23. So Michael Jordan is not the only 23 in Chicago, America, and the world, because you got Plump, and we doing it.
And life is all of it. Life is all of it.
Yes. So we got to let love shine. See, it is a divine way that we can share, because God really cares about all in His creation.
Because it's all God. It's all life being infinite. All of these things.
Yes.
Like you said, we can learn from everything in creation.
Well, 9 is divine, and 9 is the highest single number in the universe.
Yeah.
And I believe that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that unity is more powerful than an atom bomb.
And look at unity, unite, meaning one.
Yes.
It's just one in infinite ways, that's all.
Yes. And another thing I like to say for as my own personal wrap up in this way is that, you know, this is something that I say in Chicago when it comes to nobody stopping a locomotive runaway train today. So get on the freedom train, Chicago. Get on the love train. Get on the unity train and marketing yourself with us and the people.
Make sure you make your stop. It does maybe many stops, but you listen from within to see what is your stop, and then you get off there, okay?
All right, okay, we win. So as the word of God and the people, as Mayor Washington said, we must plump the whole community. So we are going to continue to do what we do, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you next week at the same place, at the same time. And it's Soul Unity time now. One world, community.
One peace.
One peace.
Peace, unity, marketing, people.
And we are doing that especially for you. We got jobs for you, and we got a business for you, Chicago. All right? So we love you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, and have a good evening.
And a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Stay in the now.
Yes.
That now would take you where you meant to go. The now would take you of yesterday and the future. Stay in the now.
At Landmark at 850 South Wabash on the 4th floor. You know, 4 is a very special number. It equals to LOVE, capital LOVE. Thank you. Amen. God bless you. We love you.